So if we have this input space partitioning, what is the benefits of the technique? Input space partitioning is relatively easy to implement, and it can be applied to many implementation techniques. The second one is ISP is quite flexible, so you can adjust it to get more tests or fewer tests. The next one is that you actually don't need the knowledge about implementation. You can, if it's possible for you, but actually you can apply this ISP without even knowing how the program is implemented. And ISP can be applied to many levels of testing, starting from unit tests, integration tests, system tests, and acceptance tests. So how can we apply this input space partitioning technique to the software that we are testing? There are two key steps. Okay, the first one is called the model input domain. So in this step, you need to understand the software that are being tested and study what are the inputs into the software. We try to create the model for that input domains, and then we apply the partitioning to it, and then we analyze the blocks. The second step is to choose the combination of values. So after you have studied the input domains, you create the partitions, and then you have the blocks. You select the representative values, just like we have discussed. And then when you have more than one input values, you need to select the combination of those values from many input values. And here, in this step, we pick how we combine the values to be our test cases. The key of both two steps is to define what's called characteristics, which is we use this characteristic to define the structure of the domain, okay? To define how we're going to partition the input domain, and to define how we're going to pick the value for each of the input domains. We're going to discuss this in the next video.